Hello students, welcome to the lecture on product distribution decision. Now after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain the concept of distribution channel, define the design of distribution channel, describe the direct, indirect and hybrid mixed channel, discuss the importance and functions of distribution channel, explain the monitoring and managing distribution channels, define the members of distribution channel. Let's start with the introduction. Decision regarding the product, price, promotion and distribution channels are decisions on the elements of the marketing mix. It can be argued that product decisions are probably the most crucial as a product is the very epitome of marketing planning. Errors in product decision are legion. These can include the imposition of a global standardized product where it is inapplicable. For example, large horsepower tractors may be totally unsuitable for areas where small-scale farming exists and where incomes are low, devolving decision to affiliated countries which may let quality slip and the attempt to sell products into a country without a cognizance of cultural adaptation needs. Let's discuss the concept of distribution channel. A channel is an institution through which goods and services are marketed. Channels gives place and time utilities to consumers. In order to provide these and other services, channels charge a margin. The longer the channel, the more margins are added. Channels are an integrative part of the marketer's activities and as such are very important. They also give a very vital information flow to the exporter. Distribution channel strategies. When selling products is business main purpose, the first thing must do is create a demand for those products. The second is getting those products into consumers' hands. It is imperative to know how will satisfy the demand for product once have created desire in the hearts of consumer. Importance of product distribution strategy. A thorough product distribution strategy attempts to define the cost variables involved in getting products from creation to consumption. Extensive distribution strategy. When the distribution channels are wide and varied, it is called an extensive distribution strategy. The distribution partners are mostly sales order processor. Exclusive distribution strategy. Exclusivity is a strategy often used to establish a particular image of a product or brand. Using a limited number of distribution channel partners helps to create an image of exclusivity. Creating a product distribution strategy. Keep an open mind on new possibilities in distribution and changes that may impact current distribution structures. Consider parallel distribution opportunities and joint promotion partnerships. Let us now discuss design of distribution channel. There are four broad categories of institution that a manager might decide to include in the distribution channel: wholesalers, agent, retailers, and facilitating agents. First, wholesaler. Some types of wholesaler engage in a full range of wholesaling function while others specialize in only limited services. But both buy goods from various suppliers and then resell those goods to their commercial customers, either industrial buyers or other resellers such as a retailer. Second is the agent. The primary role of an agent is to represent other organizations in the sale or purchase of goods or services. Agents do not take title to or physical possession of the goods they deal in. Instead, they specialize in either the buying or selling function. Manufacturers' agents. These usually work for several manufacturers, carry non-competitive, complementary merchandise in an exclusive territory, and concentrate only on the selling function. And lastly, sales agent. In contrast, sale agents usually represent only one manufacturer and are responsible for the full range of marketing activities needed by that producer. Because they have a wider range of responsibilities, their commissions are much larger than those of manufacturer's agent. Sales agents are used primarily by small firms or startups that have limited marketing capabilities. Brokers. These are independent firms whose purpose is to bring buyers and sellers together for an exchange. E-hubs. These emerging forms of business-to-business internet sites serve the same major function as brokers. They help bring potential buyers and sellers together for an exchange. Retailers. Retailers sell goods and services directly to final consumer for their personal, non-business use. Because retailers usually take title to the goods they carry, their compensation is the margin between what they pay for the merchandise and the prices they charge their customers. Non-store retailing. These institutions fit the definition of a retailer, but we discuss them separately because they do not have a fixed bricks and mortar physical location, and most do not enable customers to personally inspect the merchandise or take immediate possession. This category includes direct selling, example door-to-door sales and the telemarketing, mail order catalogs, TV shopping, vending machines and websites. Channel design alternatives. Deciding which channel members to include when designing a distribution system depends in part on whether the good or service is to be sold to individual consumer or organizational customer. Therefore, we begin the examination of alternative channel designs by enumerating the options available for distributing consumer versus industrial goods.
CreateSpace has both free and low-cost distribution options: Amazon.com, Amazon Europe, the CreateSpace eStore, and expanded distribution. You can enable as few or as many channels for your books as you'd like. Let's start by looking at CreateSpace's free standard distribution choices. The Amazon.com distribution channel gives your book its own detail page, complete with Amazon's Look Inside feature. Millions of potential customers will be able to order your title using one-click ordering, free Super Saver shipping, one-day shipping, and Amazon Prime on eligible orders. Through Amazon.com, your customers can order your book and receive it in their hands within 24 hours. Also, if you create a Kindle version of your title, both your paperback and ebook versions will appear on your Amazon detail page, giving readers the chance to buy your book in whichever format they prefer. In addition to Amazon.com, you can also reach international customers for free with CreateSpace's Amazon Europe distribution channel. This makes your title available on all of Amazon's European websites, including amazon.co.uk, amazon.de, amazon.fr, amazon.it, and amazon.es. By enabling these channels, your book will be listed for your European readers as in stock and available for expedited shipping, including Amazon Prime where available. For these channels, members with bank accounts in these countries may have the option to receive royalty payments by direct deposit in US dollars, British pounds, or euros. The CreateSpace eStore is another free distribution channel available. The eStore is a fully customizable web page for your book where customers can place an order directly from CreateSpace. This channel earns you high royalties and is accessed by its specific URL, which you can provide to customers on your website or in other marketing materials. To make your book available to an even larger audience, consider signing up for CreateSpace's expanded distribution for only $25. Expanded distribution provides 3 distribution opportunities: bookstores and online retailers, libraries and academic institutions, and CreateSpace Direct. By enabling these, Ingram Content Group, a major book distribution and services provider to the publishing industry, and other large distributors will list your title so that it is available to order by booksellers, other retailers, schools, and libraries. Additionally, certified resellers can purchase your book directly from CreateSpace at wholesale prices through CreateSpace Direct. To get started, you can enable distribution channels for your book in your CreateSpace member account. Keep in mind that each distribution channel has its own royalty structure, and your earnings are based on the list price you set for your book. Also, some channels have specific requirements for a book's physical properties and ISBN, so it's important to weigh your options carefully.
Let us now talk about direct channel. Channels of distribution may broadly be classified into 2 categories. Number 1, direct channels, and number 2, indirect channels. A direct channel of distribution describes a situation in which the producer sells a product directly to a consumer without the help of intermediaries. A direct chain of distribution may involve face-to-face sales, computer sales, or mail order, but does not involve any form of distributor other than the original producer. In direct channels of distribution, there are no middlemen, and a producer directly sells goods to consumer. A manufacturer can sell goods directly to consumer in several ways, which are as follows. Door-to-door selling. A producer may employ traveling salesmen who go from door to door and sell goods on the spot to consumer. The producer also arranges for delivery of the product to customers. Chain stores. Big manufacturing firms may open their own retail stores in different parts of the country to sell their products directly to consumers. For example, Bata India Limited has established retail outlets throughout the country to sell its shoes and other products. Post office or courier. In this method, the manufacturer sends sales literature by first to a select group of customers. Customer place orders over telephone, fax or by mail. Telemarketing. In this system, a manufacturer advertises a product, its feature, uses, price and availability through the medium of television. The interested customer places order by telephone, fax or mail. The product is delivered through courier, manufacturer's own vehicle or by post.
Hello class, can I explain any marketing concepts?
Professor Siegfried, what is a direct channel of distribution?
A direct channel of distribution is when the producer sells directly to the end user, sometimes called a zero-level channel because there are no intermediaries between the producer and consumer.
Thanks, Professor, for this explanation of direct channel of distribution.
Advantages and disadvantages of direct distribution. Direct distribution, personal selling advantage. Personal, CRM, they have a relationship with the customer, customer knowledge, better or expert or technical product knowledge, loyalty, pride in company or product, they work for you, control. Disadvantage, very expensive, not suitable for most goods or services or for most customers, limited coverage, limited network, salesman can leave with the business, lacks overview. Direct distribution, internet advantage. Low cost, overhead, higher profit potential, instantly global if desire, wide exposure, always current, can target segments, instant access for the customer, convenient, easy to use. Disadvantage are limited audience, lack of one-to-one interaction, impersonal, scamming or loss, security problems, trust, over 65 misses the market, requires a big logistic investment, inventory, warehousing, packing, shipping, record keeping, billing, AR. 3-click rule. Direct distribution telephone advantage. Direct contact, inexpensive, efficient, quick, can reach remote areas, can be part of a CRM system, easy. Disadvantages are cold calls, actually is impersonal, regulation, unpopular with customer, often outsourced, offshore, comprehension issues, intrusive, annoying. Let us now discuss indirect channel. In indirect channels of distribution, there are one or more middlemen between the manufacturer and consumer. There is no direct contact between the producer and the customers. Indirect channels of distribution may be classified as follows: manufacturer to retailer to consumer. In this channel, the manufacturer sells goods to consumer through retailer. This channel of distribution thus has one middleman, that is the retailer. Manufacturer to wholesaler to retailer to consumer. This channel consists of two types of middlemen called wholesaler and retailer. Consumer products of daily use such as soaps, cosmetics, detergents, etc. are generally sold through this channel. Manufacturer agent to wholesaler to retailer to consumer. This is the longest channel of distribution. The manufacturer sells his entire output to a sole selling agent who in turn appoints wholesalers. Advantages and disadvantages of indirect distribution. Indirect distribution, retailers advantage. Very wide distribution, size exposure of outlets, volume, ads, web services, carry our inventory, cost sharing, offers aggressive marketing, upsell opportunity. Can offer personal consumer assistance service, data-rich environment, market research. Disadvantages are long channel, lots of work, complexity. Low level or controlled by us, they set price. Can be expensive, example slotting, volume return and promotional allowances. Can return items that don't sell. Can use us as a loss leader and does hurt our brand reputation. Indirect distribution, agents or brokers or representative advantage. expertise, broad network, good relationship with customer, personal, face-to-face, pricing and competitive intelligence, minimal distribution costs. Disadvantage: very independent, difficult to control, expensive commission, expensive or difficult to train, lack of product knowledge or less than captive, loyalty to their biggest selling lines, no direct customer contact by you. Indirect distribution, distributors advantage: focused customer base, assume financial and inventory risk, additional sales force, cover more geography, assume final shipping expense, technically trained, can offer bundle pricing. Disadvantages are: carry competitive products, less loyal, control finer pricing, unmanageable, have own agenda, control issues, added cost, do not know end user. Let us now talk about hybrid channel. In cases where a marketer utilizes more than one distributor design, the marketer is following a multi-channel or hybrid distribution system. As we discussed, Starbucks follows this approach as their distribution design includes using a direct retail system by selling in company-owned stores, a direct marketing system by selling via direct mail, and a single-party selling system by selling through grocery stores. A marketer is said to be using a multi-channel or hybrid distribution system when he utilizes more than one distribution design. As we have studied earlier in the example of Starbucks, multiple distribution designs are put to use in the distribution of its product. It uses a direct retail system when it sells its product in company-owned stores, a direct marketing system by selling via direct mail, and single-party selling system is put to use when its products are sold through grocery stores. Apart from these, other distribution systems are also put to use. Now let us talk about the importance and functions of distribution channels. A distribution channel is a set of interdependent organizations that help make a product available for use or consumption by the consumer or business user. Channel intermediaries are firms or individuals such as wholesalers, agents, brokers or retailers who help move a product from the producer to the consumer or business user. Some companies pay too little attention to their distribution channels. Others such as FedEx, Dell Computer and Charles Schwab have used imaginative distribution system to gain a competitive advantage. Functions of distribution channels. Distribution channels perform a number of functions that make possible the flow of goods from the producer to the customer. These functions must be handled by someone in the channel. Though the type of organization that performs the different functions can vary from channel to channel, the function themselves cannot be eliminated. Channels provide time, place, and ownership utility. Distribution channels create efficiencies by reducing the number of transactions necessary for goods to flow from many different manufacturers to large numbers of customers. This occurs in two ways. The first is called breaking bulk. Wholesalers and retailers purchase large quantities of goods from manufacturers but sell only one or a few at a time to many different customers. Second, channel intermediaries reduce the number of transactions by creating assortments, providing a variety of products in one location so that customer can conveniently buy many different items from one seller at one time. Channels are efficient. The internet in the distribution channel. By using the internet, even small firms with limited resources can enjoy some of the same competitive advantages as their largest competitors in making their products available to customers internationally at low cost. E-commerce can result in radical changes in distribution strategies. Wholesale. Wholesaling is all activities involved in selling products to those buying for resale or business use. Wholesaling intermediaries are firms that handle the flow of products from the manufacturer to the retailer or business user. Wholesaling intermediaries add value by performing one or more of the channel functions: selling and promoting, buying and assortment building, bulk breaking, warehousing, transportation, financing, and risk bearing. Manufacturer-owned intermediaries. Manufacturer-owned intermediaries are set up by manufacturers in order to have separate business units that perform all of the functions of independent intermediaries while at the same time maintaining complete control over the channel. Manufacturer-owned intermediaries include sales branches, sales offices, and manufacturers' showrooms. Activities of distribution chain are monitored and managed as many organizations used a mix of different channels. In particular, they may complement a direct sales force with agents covering the smaller customers and prospects. The selection of distribution channels will impinge upon decision about every other element of the marketing mix. Pricing decision will be greatly affected by whether the company attempts to mass market through as many wholesale or retail outlets as possible, or purposely target a relatively small number of outlets offering its customer high service levels. Channel decision in relation to marketing strategy. Decision relating to the channels of distribution for a product or service are part of the strategic marketing plan. In that plan, the target market will have been specified along with target levels of market share, market coverage, customer service, and so on. The channels of distribution used by an organization must be capable of assisting in reaching these targets. A distribution channel may be defined as the set of firms and individuals that take title or assist in transferring title to a good or service as it moves from the producer to the final consumer or industrial user. Vertical marketing system. A vertical marketing system (VMS) is a distribution channel structure in which producer, wholesalers and retailers act as a unified system. One channel member owns the other, has contracts with them, or has so much power that they all cooperate. A conventional distribution channel consists of one or more independent producer, wholesalers and retailers. A vertical marketing system, on the other hand, provides a way to resolve the channel conflict that can occur in a conventional distribution channel, where channel members are separate businesses seeking to maximize their own profits, even at the expense sometimes of the system as a whole. The VMS can be dominated by the producer, wholesaler or retailer. There are three major types of vertical marketing system: corporate, contractual and administered. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. Distribution decision focus on establishing a system that at its basic level allows customer to gain access and purchase a marketer's product. A channel is an institution through which goods and services are marketed. Channels give place and time utilities to consumer. A direct channel of distribution describes a situation in which the producer sells a product directly to a consumer without the help of intermediaries. In indirect channels of distribution, there are one or more middlemen between the manufacturer and consumers. Big manufacturing firms may often their own retail stores in different parts of the country to sell their products directly to consumers.